hello there. My name is Carol. Hope you're all having a beautiful day so far. And today I'm going to break down the exact TikTok and IG sales process that booked in over 30 calls for a client last week. I'm going to show exactly what we do, how we achieve this, and how you can do it for yourself. And the reason why I even created this process to begin with is because I've gotten so many people to reach out after showing this on my stories last week, being like, yo, you need to share more on this, okay? So here we have, what is it like? 18 pages, right? So it might be a long one, but I just, put it on 1.5 speed or whatever, and let's get going because I will literally give you everything you need. So this will be no more bullshit content that doesn't convert, no more cold messages, shitty email letters, or dead Facebook groups. And in this training, I'm going to break down the exact reason why your current organic and paid strategy is actually costing you 20K per month by not having in place right now. And I'm going to walk you through the exact steps you can take to turn your every piece of content you put out from now on into mini lead generating assets. And I know I could technically turn this into a VSL as well, and I might even do that, showing all my social proof and whatnot, but I want to keep this to the point in this video. So check out my IG highlights or other YouTube videos if you want to see all of that, okay? And just so you know, this training is based upon my own experience from investing over 25K in growth programs from Sergio Kattaris, clientacquisition.io, Grayson Lupez mentorship one-on-one, Great Montel Gordon's mentorship, Sam Ovens consulting course, Iman Gaji's course, Grant Cardone's course, and Brandon Forbes' course, okay? And from sending over 40K DMs and spending a couple of G's on that, okay? So unlike a lot of creators, I actually use this system for myself to generate leads. So it's not some kind of, you can literally check this out for, other social media gurus out there. They're going to tell you a lot of stuff to do, but are using something else for themselves to generate leads. With that out of the way, let's break down the bullshit guru advice you've probably gotten so far. So I've heard this a million times myself, and that is just generate eyeballs, but blasting out 2,000 TikToks, DM everyone and their uncle, and spend your saving on ads, okay? And then you will scale past 1 million per month. But if you really study their success, and generally the common thing from most successful companies and personal brand out in the world is not the fact that they gained a lot of attention. It's that they own it to stay relevant. Because honestly, anyone can click the boost button, spend a few hundred on ads, and get targeted attention instantly. Even like ads manager stuff, you can literally watch one 15-minute YouTube video and you have like the gist of how stuff works. So if you really think about like all your high ticket purchases so far, mentors, courses, services so far, I'm willing to bet that they've all been after consuming tons of content, testimonials, and information from all of these people before you decided to buy from them. At least that's how I've invested, from all of these people right here. And I'm willing to bet that it's been the same for you for whatever courses or programs you have been in so far. So why should it not be the same for you when others are trying to buy your high ticket programs? Okay. So let me start by breaking down the old way of, going out and buying attention to chase clients. So it could be like, get attention, sell to it. Get attention, sell to it. So that's like ads, cold DMs, viral content, doesn't even matter. And then you have like a call to action at the end. Book a call, book a call, book a call. And the thing is, you're going straight to the kill, either with like VSLs, trainings, masterclass, webinars. There's tons of ways to do this, but it's like the most common, and you've probably done this yourself or are currently doing this. And why this is literally the worst bullshit funnel ever is that you're pitching to people who's been pitched a million of times. You're trying to sell a solution to someone who don't even know their problem yet. They have the leverage since you paid or forced yourself to show up on their screen. And even if they show up to a call, you still have to do a lot of selling since they didn't even know you existed like a week ago. So you're also like making content and ads that isn't like really relevant for your audience. You're just trying to get as much reach as possible and like pitch it. And this will equate you low conversions, expensive lead prices, and headache clients. Trust me, I've been through all of this. It's not fun, okay? So here's the new way of building a tribe of buyers. That is to generate attention. You can do this, with organic posts or with targeted follower ads. Own the attention that other people's pay for. So that's like IG followers, YouTube subs, email subscribers, Facebook group members, I don't really care. In this video, I'm going to focus on primarily IG followers because I genuinely believe that is the best way to nurture almost in any lead, niche, leads from any niche. And then you want to uncover their problems for them and show exactly how they can solve them as well. And you can do this with pin posts, highlights, mini VSLs, YouTube trainings, etc. And don't worry, I will literally break down every single step in this video. I just kind of wanted to give you the high level view first. And then they're going to sell it. And you can do this with hand raisers and retargeting ads, which I will also cover in this video. So let's start by generating quality attention. And this part is so simple that we've gotten to a point where you can literally boil it down to math, okay? And don't worry, I'm actually going to share the entire thing. And it's not going to be something, unoriginal and the same old, oh, you just have a hook and a call to action, bro, and, you will make millions. So the best part is that this works the exact same for organic and for paid traffic. So it's almost impossible to go wrong as long as you master it. Other than, the obvious things like good quality audio, a phone or a good camera, a decent editor, then don't really stress the equipment, everything, if you're starting out, but it's definitely something worth upgrading as soon as you have around 1K to invest in gear. Contrary to what everyone is saying, people actually judge on quality. So if your videos look solid, it gives you more social proof and is just as simple as that. Right, so, to the left is my first video, I believe, on my IG channel. It looks a little bit goofy. I had the ring light under me, looking down, reading down from my phone, front camera. I don't know. In my mind, the Hormozy captions, this stuff looks goofy, right? Now I've transitioned more into more clean stuff where I sit there and at the end of my, big ass table in my living room, always fresh cut and stuff like that. And just trying to stay clean in my videos, but also show that I give a fuck about my content. And this shows across the boards. People know that, okay, this guy is serious about what he does. And it's not something oh, he's just forcing content out there. So first of all, what is the ingredients for target audience if it's that easy to boil down to math? Well, here you go. One stupid, simple content strategy, one scripting framework, and 0 call to actions, okay? There's no reason to overcomplicate things. So let's break down each ingredient here and let me put you on some game. So here's the content strategy that even a monkey can follow. And I want you to understand that every single post you do from now on must have a specific reason to be created. And if you don't know the job assigned to your posts, you're most likely, like everyone else, stuck in the social media void. And I don't even blame you though, because there's literally thousands of organic coaches out there who's preaching all sorts of basic stuff that everyone knows. So here's the only thing I want you to keep in mind moving forward. And that is probably more simple than you would have thought so far. And that is just have one of the following responsibilities for each post. That's it. 1 being virality and reach. 2 being authority building, and not some kind of stupid, general advice, but actually a mirror of the product you sell. And 3 being sales and promotional stuff. Okay. And I'm going to show you exactly how to use it as well. So next time you're posting more pictures of your cat or your car, consider if it's reaching or serving any of these purposes right here. Think of your strategy in terms of responsibilities. That will help you more than you think, because then you don't have to limit yourself as much as you would with a Google content strategy where you can only cover specific content pillars or whatever, right? You just have these basic responsibilities to cover instead. Your audience will learn what to expect from you. You actually start attracting the right kind of followers, which is the most crucial thing here, because everyone can attract a ton of followers if they really post Andrew Tate stuff. And you'll actually build trust. It's as simple as that. And it will help you grow faster since you're limiting yourself to master three things instead of 30. So just to show you how it works, I've chosen 5 content pillars in total that would be relevant in the fitness niche and spread them across 3 responsibilities, but it literally works for any niche out there. So we want to have one responsibility to reach a broader audience. And usually the videos that will work for those are motivational and at workouts, visually appealing stuff. For authority building, where we actually want to nurture the people coming in and following us, then we can use stuff like fitness tips and nutrition. And for sales, you could use stuff like testimonials or client success stories. And just by setting your strategy up as simple as this, you'll be way better off than any bullshit content guide out there. There's no specific days where you gotta post something specific or whatever. That honestly, like, if it works, and I've not even seen it yet, then it's gonna give you, like, the percentages that will actually help you is minimal. So just stick to having responsibilities. Make sure every post from now on is serving them, and you'll be good. And here's the posting frequency and post length that is gonna suit you well. So out of these 3 responsibilities here, I want you to post 2 to 3 weekly videos from the engagement virality pillar, where you focus more on visually appealing stuff. You know, it could be, you know, CapCut templates, motivational stuff, workouts, etc. In any niche. So if you are having like a lifestyle coaching business, right, showing people how to like get financially free or something, maybe it's more so flexing the lifestyle, you know, of you working at the beach or whatever. And that's kind of be, you know, the visually appealing stuff for your niche. And yes, your ideal client watches those as well. Usually they're shorter than 30 seconds. So if you're a fitness coach, well, show muscles, PRs, workouts, meals, etc. And if you're a real estate investor, teaching others how to do the same, as I just said, show the lifestyle, the houses, the networking, right? All the stuff that people actually look forward to when they reach, you know, point B. Then I want you to post 4 to 5 authority building talking head videos per week, where you literally just treat each video as an open coaching session you have with a client. And use these vids to like dig in pain points and do not hold back. I want you to like treat each piece of content as a way to educate your client to buy your offer. Okay? So think about that one. Treat each piece of content as a way to educate your client to buy your offer. Don't go for the basic tips and tricks. Don't do like, here's 3 tips to lose fat or whatever, right? Like people have seen these millions of times. This does not like place you as an authority figure. And here's a pro tip, because if you really want to conquer each platform, you probably also know that videos does not perform the same on TikTok as they do on IG and vice versa. 30 to 60 second polished videos are much better for IG, and 2 to 3 minute unpolished ones are much better for TikTok with these types of videos. So what can you do with this info? Well, ideally filming the same script in 2 different formats. One longer version of you, without any real editing, only like TikTok native captions, TikTok background remover, stuff like that, right? And one much shorter, one much more produced video. Or you could film one raw video that is a bit longer and stuff, right? But post an unpolished version of it, like 2 to 3 minutes, to TikTok with all the nitty-gritty value and, you flexing and stuff like that, which I will break down the strategy in a minute. And post the more produced, less fluff 30 to 60 second version to IG. And I have a full video plan on this topic, so if you want to see that coming up, just let me know. All right, so now with this in mind, let me show you the exact 5-step video scripting framework you'll need to make this work. And here's a huge mindset shift I want you to adapt when thinking about creating content moving forward. And that is never to have the intention of the video is going to give you a monetary benefit, because the viewer can easily sense that through the screen. And I don't even know why people are not talking about this, because I see so many videos on my feed of people I follow. And they're trying so hard to get people into their DMs or into their application site or whatever, right? Where it's if you just tone that down a bit, and I will show you literally, but it can give you so much more retention time, so much more click-through rate, and so much more engagement on the videos, because you're not seeming salesy. You need to actually put effort into each piece of content out there, so it acts as a mirror of your actual product. So treat each piece of content like it's literally a one-on-one with your client who just told you their biggest obstacles. And I'm trying my best to do this on this video as well. I would literally do something similar for my clients if they had this issue. With that being said, let's break down the specific framework you can use to create an army of 30 to 60 second sales reps for yourself. I've tried to make it in this kind of table here so I can explain each step in a more mechanical sense. So the first thing you got to do is capture targeted interest, okay? People would also call this your hook, but I wanted to kind of explain the reason why it's a hook, okay? And that is to capture targeted interest, not anything else. So directly address your audience, but not by name like a salesman or anyone else on social media, but by their biggest pain and goals. So if you're targeting, and I've done this myself, like I can be honest with you all, I've done this myself, coaches and consultants. And then I was doing like the video script, right? That's so salesy, and the algorithm won't push that. Even on ads, my like click-through and profile visits were expensive because it's so salesy. So let me show you how you can generate, and here's an example, by the way. Let me show you how you can generate 3.5K from the next 30 to 60 second video you post, even if you don't have a massive following. So right now I'm talking to my, target audience without even like mentioning them. And that's kind of the goal. There's even better examples, but this was just one of mine, recent one I just filmed yesterday. And how I'm planning to literally double down on this, because I've found this is the best way to do hooks to generate quality followers. Next up is immediately after to create frame control and cause irritation. It's like either, it's kind of the same thing. And that is by showing some kind of achievements or transformations. So immediately after you hook, show proof to shut down any possible objections coming your way. For example, in this video right here, I said, take a look at this screenshot from one of our recent business coach clients. We helped achieve something just a few days ago. Then you're actually irritating people because you're saying something like, okay, you can generate money from every single 60-second video you put out there. Here's a screenshot, here's a proof that I did it. And then I'm going to provide a direct action plan or framework on what they need to fix and how they can do so. And the reason why we're even having these first two steps is to create a ton of curiosity and irritate our viewers. We want to get the right kind of viewer, and we also want to have them watching the entire thing. So now I want you to diagnose their sickness and give them a treatment. So as I said, give them exactly what they need to fix and how to do so. And in this video, I just did like step 1, 2, 3, but you can literally do it however you like, as long as it's valuable. The next thing you're going to do in the video is direct the traffic and or challenge their beliefs. And that is basically to push them deeper into your ecosystem. And contrary popular belief, do not end with a call to action, but by pushing them to watch more of your content or challenge their beliefs again. And this is super key. As I just said, don't try to get people in your DMs, in your application page on your videos. It will simply, limit the reach. You will seem salesy and you will seem like you're creating content just for the reason of monetary benefit. And not just to provide a ton of value and, have people come working to you, but actually like seeming a bit desperate and hoping that people will, DM you or sign up. And it can work, don't get me wrong, right? But if you actually want to master this is the best way to do it. And here's an example on how you can do that. If you don't believe this works, just let me know when you crack the code to get booked calls for every 20 follower on Instagram. Anyway, go check out the rest of my page for more monetization tips. So if you really break down what I did here, first of all, I challenged some beliefs here. I said that it's possible to book a call for every 20th follower on Instagram. And I know so many people who's built up 15K followers, 20K followers, right? Who maybe work with 3 clients right now. So this will once again irritate them and kind of like challenge their beliefs they have right now about how client acquisition actually works, especially organically. And then you just, push them into your ecosystem to watch more stuff. Nothing else, nothing hard, nothing like check out my link in bio. No. Just check out more stuff. We want them to get, hooked on your stuff, watch more and more and more and more. For 2 reasons. 1, they will get nurtured way more. And 2, it shows the Instagram and TikTok algorithm that for every, video you get viewed, you get 3 to 4 times the amount of view time. So like one viewer will actually go ahead and watch maybe 3 or 4 videos more. That will just help you push your content out more and more and more. And this is actually the exact same thing I have here. So when you nail down the video framework from A to Z, they will go and watch 10 other videos from your page, which will make your click-through rate go up which will then make your retention rate go up in your videos, which will then make your video view to follower ratio go up, which tells the algorithm that the average viewer spends consuming your content, that the average time a viewer spends consuming your content is 3 to 10 times higher than your average video length. This is key, which is a huge deal, because if you look up the algorithm formula for these social platforms, the retention time is the most heavily variable in the equation. And it's the number one reason and the number one thing that matters in terms of pushing your content out more. Therefore, it's so much better to have multiple touch points where the user actually interacts with your content, spends more time with you, versus just creating a piece of content and trying to go after the 3% of the market who might just convert after watching the video. And just to kind of explain more on this, I found this model here from the book Sell Like Crazy, which is like an insane banger from Sabri Subi. Thank you for that. But that is that right now the market and a lot of people are going from like the 3% that is ready to buy right now. But a lot of people are not even problem aware. 60% are not even aware of their problems. Then we have 20% that are actually aware of their problems, but they don't even know what to do about them. And then we have 17% that is actually looking for a solution for their problem, but it's still in like information gathering mode. They're like looking up ways to do ads, ways to do organic. Is it email marketing? Is it cold outreach, right? They're still like looking for everything they need. And then there's the 3% who knows what they need. Okay, I need an Instagram, TikTok sales funnel with like, I don't know, ads and reels. So instead of going for the 3% that is actually actively looking for the solution right now, like everyone else, going for the 3% of the market who might convert after watching just one video, why not go for the 97% of the market who's like still in research mode? Either they're already problem aware, they're not, or they're just looking for something solution. Go for them, and that's kind of why we want to have our structure just like this. We want to diagnose their sickness in every video, and we want to give them a treatment they can actually use in every video. Make them problem aware and also give them the information they need. Hopefully that could help out a little bit. But I could literally end the video here and you would already see so much better paid and organic performance. But I really want to over deliver today and go beyond any guru out there. So make sure to engage with the video in some kind of way, since I literally spent the entire weekend creating this training. Let me just change it up. Cool. Oh, and DM me on IG at Carol Motions if you want this document. I'll send it over completely for free and you can have it for yourself. So now you know how to generate targeted attention. Here's the rest of the process laid out, right? So there's owning the attention, uncover the problems for them and show them the solution, and then sell the solution for them. So here's how they're going to own the attention others are actually paying daily just to get in front of. And that is primarily with Instagram, which is going to be our community platform. And it's going to be like our mothership in our entire ecosystem, which I'm going to show you in a bit. Essentially where we want to build our audience, connect with them, and just stay on top of mind until they eventually decide that they need your help. And your job on IG is just to stay consistent with posting, dial in your highlights around your hero story, process, and services, and use your stories daily to show as much social proof as humanly possible, right? So show coaching calls, client results, transformations, screenshots of messages, Stripe, etc. Everything that you literally can to show you that your clients are actually getting good results, show that. But also show your values, your discipline, and your work routine. So if you work up at 4 a.m. to run 10 miles daily, show it. If you read a book every week, show it. All of this works as like receipts, and your future clients is unconsciously realizing that you really show up and do the work every single day, or at least often. Okay. For TikTok, we want to think it more as a traffic director. So TikTok is really great to get more people watching your content, but sucks to actually convert as it doesn't really work as a community platform. And this is honestly where so many people go wrong, because they're using TikTok to direct people for conversion directly by having a calendar link, or even worse, a link tree that confuses their audience in their bio and has literally shown to significantly decrease conversions versus just directing them deeper into your ecosystem where they actually get to spend more time with you. Get way over 7 touch points. If you know the rule of 7s, you know what I'm talking about, and actually follow along in your life to see how your clients win and how you do too. And TikTok is not a good platform for that. You don't have stories, you don't have DMs as much, and there's so many like community features that TikTok lack, which is why we want to have them away from TikTok. So the way you want to do that is not by directing them away in every video, as that will hurt your reach. But what you could do is have a pinned post where you direct the people over to your YouTube channel to access a free training, and you can have a link in bio to your YouTube channel to get them over to some kind of breakdown of your process in detail, kind of like this one right here, right? If I had a pinned post on TikTok, and I might even do that, explaining my process and saying, hey, watch the link in bio to see the entire training. Next up is shorts, and shorts are beautiful, and yet almost no one knows how they should use them, because they're literally made as a tool for YouTube long-form creators to attract more viewers to their longer content. And with our goal of getting more inside of our ecosystem, which is primarily going to be YouTube and Instagram, shorts are literally a beautiful way to get more cold traffic on your longer educational YouTube videos. Because, as you might know by now, it's so hard to convert people from 30 to 45-second videos where you need to, have them spend more time with us. So the way you are going to leverage short is literally just to create a banger, chop it up in a couple of shorts and push them out, which will then in return get you more viewers and followers and, collect it back, right? So with this in mind, including short as another traffic director to the ecosystem should be a non-negotiable. So at this point, you've implemented the content strategies above, and you start to see targeted Instagram followers and YouTube subscribers coming in on a daily basis. That's great, but we also need to have a system in place to turn them into, being a part of your tribe, and from, just being a part of your own audience into becoming high-paying clients. And here's the process that speeds that up. The first one is IG highlights, okay? So why should you have IG highlights? Well, it allows new and existing followers to get to know your story and what you do for your clients really, really quick without even watching, your reels to begin with. It increases likability, follower loyalty, which will create trust and generate more sales. And they act as funnels and can increase the likelihood of a new follower to become a lead. I suggest having between 2 to 5 Instagram highlights, and here's 4 highlights to help you build more trust. The first one being your, hero story. What drives you to run the business? What obstacles did you face on your journey? If you're a fitness trainer, have you been fat once? Have you then, become shredded? Tell your story. Did you encounter challenges or setbacks? Share your belief that anyone can achieve the same success, and have a call to action to follow your page for more or check out more content. That's literally the recipe for a beautiful hero story. Then there's client wins, okay? Don't just put screenshots though. Be creative, showing your badass results. End up with a call to action to DM you some kind of keyword to get the asset they used to get there. So that could be stuff like, DM me the worry guide to get the free nutrition guide they used to drop 20 pounds. DM me funnel to get the entire funnel system they used to book in 30 qualified calls this week. Or some kind of, DM me investing to get some kind of investing guide. You kind of get the point by now, but always have a call to action that actually relates to the IG highlight. Then there's the transformation highlight. So show a client who's faced a common struggle that your audience relates to and demonstrate how you help them overcome it, right? So have a sequence of stories in this highlight that shows every single thing you've done together to get them to, from point A to point B. And don't forget to include a compelling call to action and end off, with some kind of keyword to see the exact process they use to get there. So of course you can really cover like something like this on IG highlight. So obviously you will have more information ready and you could create some kind of doc, free lead magnet, whatever, or just a YouTube video similar to this one and, have this as a call to action. So when they DM you some kind of keyword, you can send them the YouTube video on how the client got the results that have gotten so far, and if the YouTube video was good, then they will end up booking a call with you as well. And fourthly, using storytelling techniques or feature 3 to 4 captivating stories that showcase your offers and drive action through well-crafted call to action to get people to DM you. All right, and then there's stories. So stories are a huge part of turning followers into clients and are by far the absolute most successful way for myself and my clients to get more calls booked as well. So by showing up on their feed every single day with your content and then using your stories to share your work ethics, client wins, and daily routines daily, you subconsciously enter their world and train them to work with you in the near future. So So here's the structure and the plan for you stories I want you to implement for this to work. So every day have some kind of wake up story, right? So just to show you have a routine in place, have a daily quote or insight, be valuable, right? So it can be after a coaching call with a client. If you had some kind of call that inspired you, I have those, pretty often. And go ahead, take the camera up and just talk to the camera and share whatever it was. It can be life, it can be business, doesn't really matter, but be of value and share insights or share some kind of motivational quote. Then I want you to include more receipts, as I said earlier, so like workout, reading, learning receipts, just to show proof that you worked on getting 1% better today. Daily motivational or urgency-oriented stories. So it really depends on what kind of coach you are. So let's take the fitness one is the easiest example to give. If you're a coach, like get off the fucking couch and get to the gym kind of coach, well, then do, those. Or have some kind of motivational stuff where you say, hey, man, if you want to see your kids in 20 years and, we want to play soccer with them, whatever, right? Do this and this and that. Then I want you to show client results as much as humanly possible, really. So if you can every day, do it every single day. And additionally, include lifestyle. So if you are a fitness coach who trains, moms, get back into good shapes, well, then show your lifestyle with kids and your husband, whatever, or relationships. If you are a Christian, business coach, well, share your core values, your beliefs with God and stuff like that. And, just show a part of your life as well that is not as, as structured as this one right here. And 2 times a week, I want you to do what I call hand raiser stories, and you can generate more inbounds the following ways. And these are incredibly effective, but don't do this more than twice a week, as it can also be a bit salesy to do more than that. And a pro tip here, I didn't even include in this doc, is to create retargeting ads based on this. So what you can literally do, and you can just, use Google or YouTube, or just, let me know in the comments if you want me to cover this. But you can take one of these stories I'm about to explain, right in a minute, and turn them into retargeting ads, retargeting all the people who's been engaging with your profile, and just having that to be as an ad. So you don't have to do those, they will just show up automatically once in a while for your clients, for your prospects, and it will help you get more inbounds on autopilot. And retargeting ads, you don't really have to run them for more than, $5 to $10 a day, depending on your audience size. But yeah, it could be stuff like client transformations or testimonial videos posted as stories. And immediately after, we post some kind of urgency or motivational story that contains a call to action to get more people to DM you to achieve the same kind of results. So let's say, once again, you're a fitness coach. You show Jack has lost 20 pounds. After that, after that transformation story, maybe you have a testimonial from Jack. Then you say, if you want the same kind of results as Jack, well, then DM me the word transformation. I'll show you the exact transformation protocol that we use for Jack. And as I said, you can literally automate this. So let's say this story actually gave you a ton of inbound leads. Well, then you can literally turn this into a retargeting ad. So remember to consider that and don't sleep on them, because they're literally so valuable. Or you could do like a lead magnet poll, where it's like, hey, I just created a training on some kind of struggle. Who wants it? I'm probably going to do it for this video. So if you came from me saying this, then it works. And just remember that these assets have to be super valuable and give the leads everything they need in order to solve the problem, in order to solve the problem that you cover, okay? So take this asset as an example when creating yours. Then you would need a DM convo workflow, because at this point, we've covered generating qualified attention, we've covered owning it, and now everything in order to get more people to reach out to you, right? So you will be at a point now where you get daily DMs from people, from strangers wanting to work with you, which is amazing. But if you also need a DM workflow in order for this to work, so we don't book in a ton of unqualified people or just lose a ton of interest just by being morons. So there's really just actually 3 steps to get an inbound prospect on a call, and here's the 3 steps you need to cover in order to build a high converting DM script. First thing you want to do is qualify the prospect and find their biggest bottleneck. So let's say someone reaches out to you, and let's say you're a business coach and you only want to work with people making over 10K. Well, then you would say like, hey man, thank you so much for reaching out. I can see that you are pushing a agency offer, marketing offer, doesn't really matter. can you tell me a little bit more about your biggest goals right now and what's currently your bottleneck? This is just like, I'm just riffing, but it's just to give you some kind of motivation or like inspiration here. And then when they open a little bit more up, you can see, okay, I can definitely help this person. Well, then you can ask, okay, well, how many clients are you currently working with and how much are you charging them? And that's kind of like a low-key way of asking them for their revenue. And they might say, okay, well, I work with 10 clients and I charge them 2K per month. Then you know that this person is doing 20K in rev. So they will definitely be qualified for you to actually, coach them, and they could afford your services and benefit from them. So then you could go ahead and educate them just a bit on their specific struggle and share them a better way to solve it. And then just be like, hey man, we could jump on a call so I can walk you through the strategy better. And it's literally as simple as that. You'll be surprised at how well it works once you have every part of the equation solved until this point. So here's your action plan and what I call the golden net system. And I truly believe this system is hands down the simplest, most effective, and most predictable organic and paid acquisition system that you could ever build out. And here's how it works. Let me just actually have it open right here. All right, so let's start with the beginning, right? This is where we get our attention, which we just talked about. So there's different ways of getting attention to Instagram than there is to YouTube. We want to use profile visit ads on IG and Reels to get more traffic into our IG community. This is what I like. If you had to choose one of these two things, this would be the one I would prioritize. But ideally, you want to also prioritize getting traffic to your YouTube channel. And you can do that with your TikToks and your Shorts, as we discussed earlier. So once you have all of this dialed in, right, you will get more people inside of your ecosystem. And I like to kind of describe this as a microwave, where every lead has their own unique cooking time depending on their buyer awareness level, which we just talked about from Sell Like Crazy. So let's say it's someone from the last 60% of the pyramid. They're not even problem aware yet. They're going to spend some time in your ecosystem, but that's completely fine. At this point, you would have posting stories every single day of your wins, of some kind of insight you've had. You share your newest YouTube videos. They'll watch those. They'll get informed. Oh, okay, now they know their problem. They know, more and more how to solve it. And from you sharing all of your social proof, well, then they'll also know that you're the perfect fit to solve their problems. And then it's just, your weekly hand raisers or your retargeting ads that will get them inside of your DMs. In here, you leverage the 3-step flow we just talked about. You implement a pre-call sequence. So, literally just open up Calendly, upgrade to the business plan. There's like a workflow feature. Have an email sequence, providing them with some kind of, providing them with a pre-call video and email workflow to remind them of the call, just to make your conversion rate higher on the call. And then the last thing is literally just to convert cash, because they've been reaching out to you. So your conversion rate, your closing rate at this point should be at least 60+%. And this is, it doesn't have to be more simple than that. Let me just go back here. And at this point, you're probably thinking, well, yeah, it looks decent, Caroline, but I would never be able to manage this backend realistically while also having a life, family, gym, and clients to work with. And this is fair. And you're also completely right, because as a founder, you only want to spend your time on the 20% of this stuff that actually, gives you 80% of the activities. And then either automate, delegate, or eliminate the rest of the tasks from the 80% that doesn't give you more than 20% of the results. So here's your action plan of actually doing that. For content writing, it shouldn't really take you more than 1 to 2 hours per week to do so, but it can be sped up with ChatGPT, or you could delegate it to a content writer. The filming part is the hardest to automate or delegate. You could literally you could hire a videographer, but it won't really save you that much time. So yeah, just batch film 10 to 15 videos every week or bi-weekly. that's just 1 to 2 hours and get that over with. Editing part depends on your budget. I highly recommend you to hire an editor, but you could use, CapCut or Captions app. These apps now have auto captions and stuff like that, so you don't have to, spend that much time on doing the caption stuff. Then there's ads. The hard part is literally just the scripting and getting the messaging right. Not so much setting them up, because you could literally take your 3 clicks on the IG app to boost, or you just, one YouTube tutorial away to do it in Ads Manager anyway, and then you're good for a couple of months, as long as you have a high-performing script dialed in. Then there's distribution on all platforms. Well, it will take you 10 minutes a day, and if you're going to be in your DMs anyway, it's probably not a big deal. But it can be delegated with a social media manager from the same country as you to maximize reach, or automate it with a scheduler tool such as FlexSocial, which is like $15 per month, and is hands down the best AI scheduler and can even write captions for you and suggest hashtags. For DMs, well, then you can delegate it to a commission-based appointment setter or a $3 an hour VA, depending on how complex your convo workflow is, depending on your niche. And you can just pay them, per qualified call and or a % of closed deal, and that will literally be enough. So I gotta be honest here, I've shared everything I use and all that our clients use to get results. So if you're dead set on boosting your coaching or done with your offer, you literally don't need anything else from anyone to scale at this point. And I was probably asking, okay, what now? Well, you can continue what you've been doing until now. And since you're watching this video so far, it's probably been giving you subpar and inconsistent results lately. So my question to you is like, how much more willpower and energy do you think you can waste? And for how much longer can you go without seeing the predictability that you want? Option 2 is take the step-by-step process I've literally laid out for you in this document and put it to work. You can apply these frameworks and systems for yourself to get similar results, but obviously there's still going to be like various nuances and roadblocks you'll undoubtedly encounter and would get stuck on. As a founder, you're probably used to these anyways, but there's heaps of things I just couldn't touch on in here because honestly, it all depends on your unique situation, offer, marketing budget, etc. Or option 3, you can work with us directly and have us hold your hand. Or option 3, you can work with us directly, and get your hand held through the entire process with our one-on-one accelerator implementation program. And we'll help you with everything in the entire funnel, just 100% done for you and done with you. So, we'll have one-on-one calls to make sure we hit the goals. High ticket offer creation, optimization, organic and paid content writing, so we can take that out of your plate. Editing, profile optimization, highlights, distribution, DM scripts, I don't want to make this video too mechanical, trainment on placement of VAs or commission-based setters. And the reason why I'm even creating this video to begin with is not to sell you on my service, but it's because I'm a big believer in giving everything away and then selling the implementation and management of things to the founders that actually believe in speed and believe in, that this shit actually works, which it does. So if you're interested, we guarantee profitability. And honestly, worst case scenario, you'll learn all of our systems, get a couple of thousands of followers and not pay. Or in best case scenario, you'll add 10 to 30K in MRR and have automated your acquisition and content creation for good. So there's no really situation where you can lose. And that's really everything I have for you. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, let me know down in the comments. If you have any questions, let me know. If there's anything else I can cover in my next video, let me know in my DMs. And if you're not following me on IG yet, the link's going to be down there. You can follow along, what I do on a daily basis, what I do for my clients, and kind of get some cool tips and tricks on, and not the bullshit tips and tricks, but actually like helpful tips and tricks on how you can scale your coaching business. So once again, I hope you found this valuable and have a beautiful day or night whenever you're watching this. And thank you so much for your time.